Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to go over this crazy story. It's about this boy. He's 7 years old, and he was basically um, bedridden by his parents, and um, basically never went to school. His parents just made him like super obese, and he ended up dying. But this is the story. Apparently, a Michigan couple. They're facing second-degree murder charges after they allegedly abused and neglected their 7-year-old son who weighed 255 pounds, and he died of heart failure. Back on November 4th, 2025, paramedics were called to the family's house in Flint Township after receiving report that the boy, Casper O'Brien, was struggling to breathe. The Genesee County prosecutor, David Layton, told the broadcaster that the house was so filled with items, there wasn't even space for the paramedics to get through. So basically, parents were hoarders to make things worse. And the prosecutor also said that there was a 5-year-old girl as well, and she was running around the house naked. And Layton said that this was the worst case that he had seen, or one of the worst cases he had seen in 22 years of being a prosecutor. And then when the paramedics located Brian, he was having a medical episode, unable to move. He was basically bedridden. O'Brien had died a few hours after paramedics arrived. The autopsy determined he had died from a heart muscle disease, and that his morbid obesity was a contributing factor to his death, obviously. Yeah, when you're 7 years old and you weigh 255 pounds, I mean, I think like a 6 foot tall person, a grown adult is supposed to weigh like what 180 to 200 pounds, something like that. So that is insane to be 7 years old and weigh 255 pounds. That is crazy. Um, the 5-year-old girl was removed from the home the day of the incident and placed in protective custody. Thank God, because she does not need to be around those parents. Those parents are um, probably some of the worst I've ever encountered in news headlines. The parents, Damien and Jessica O'Brien, have been charged with one count of second-degree murder, one count of torture, and 3 counts of second-degree child abuse. The parents had only taken Casper to the doctor once in 7 years, despite them having um, health insurance the whole time. Casper had been bedridden and never went to school. The parents, the craziest thing is the parents had actually called the veterinarian the same morning as the incident with Casper because their dog was sick, but they didn't bother to take the kids to the doctor, which doesn't make any sense. And the couple is scheduled to appear in court on Thursday. And here we can check out a little more details about the incident.
A 7-year-old boy bedridden, neglected, unable to speak, weighing an unbelievable 255 pounds. Good evening. I'm Jessica Dupnack. It is a heartbreaking story out of the Flint area tonight. The boy's parents now charged with murder. A warning: the details of this story are very hard to hear. This is the only recent photo of 7-year-old Casper O'Brien. When he died, he weighed 255 pounds, bedridden, neglected, living in complete filth.
The paramedics went into the house to try to revive the child, and the township police wrote in their police report They couldn't even go in the house because there wasn't any additional room.
His parents, Damien and Jessica O'Brien, called 911 last November to their Flint Township home. Casper wasn't breathing. He died at the hospital of a heart muscle disease compounded by being morbidly obese. His little sister was rescued the day he died.
When the police arrived, the 5-year-old little girl was running around naked. And for lack of a better term, she was like a feral child.
The parents, the O'Briens, are now charged with second-degree murder, torture, and child abuse. Genesee County prosecutor David Layton says Casper was nonverbal and likely on the autism spectrum, but neither child received medical care. What investigators can't understand, Mom and Dad both worked and had health insurance for the family.
They knew enough to call the veterinarian the very morning that the child went into arrest because the dog was sick, but yet they don't take the kids to the doctor. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Now, that 5-year-old little girl was immediately taken from the home by Children's Protective Services when this all happened last November. She is currently in temporary foster care.
Yes, that is just a really sad story, man. It's crazy that, again, I can't believe that they let the kid get to be 255 pounds and basically bedridden, which means you can't get out of bed at all. You're just stuck in bed like the whole time, and eventually you start getting like blood clots and stuff because you're not able to walk around, and like the blood's not flowing through your body and stuff, and it's just like stagnant, which kind of happened to my mom. Like the last year of her life, she was like bedridden. So yeah, it's not a pretty thing to see, but these parents obviously didn't care, which I'm glad that they're getting convicted of all these charges. Was it 1 count of second-degree murder, 1 count of torture, and 3 counts of second-degree child abuse? So yeah, that's good. That's good. At least justice was served for these terrible parents. And the 5-year-old girl, I'm glad that she was brought into protective custody, because she needs to be like nowhere near these parents. Yeah, these are just horrible people. So yeah, I just wanted to share that story with you guys today. And if you like true crime and things like that, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe, and I will be bringing you guys more things like this, and hopefully some police chases and some other crazy stuff. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.